Well, let's say one last one for the road, because it's going to be a while before I probably review another movie. So I just watched a comedy on Netflix, Roommates, that was produced by Adam Sandler, starring his daughter. So essentially, kind of, sort of a nepo project a bit, but like not. Well, it's complicated. So yeah, that kind of was the main reason I was interested in this. I saw this movie. I just sort of saw it one day on Netflix, like a poster. Saw that it starred Sandler's daughter. Saw it was produced by him. So I was like, oh, what the heck? I'll try that sometime. Decided to try it out today, and it's honestly pretty. I will say it is technically an improvement over the last two films I watched, because those two got rather annoying at points, and this one, it's just boring. Like, that's the main word I would use to describe this movie, is boring. Like, it reminded me a lot of, first of all, the whole framing device reminded me a lot of War of the Roses, because it's like these two fighting roommates sitting in a school counselor's office, and she's like, let me tell you, you remind me of these two other roommates that I had to deal with at one point. It all goes back to blah blah years ago. And like, yeah, it's the main narrative is like told from the perspective of this third party, and again, very similar to War of the Roses, although this one cut back to the framing device of the therapist and the two students way more than War of the Roses did. Cut back to its framing device. Yeah, and it also reminded me a lot of just other like, I guess not technically like they're teens, but like they're in college. So it's not like they're in high school. So like, I guess adolescent films, I guess. I don't know the right word to use, but like just reminded me of movies like Clueless, which they literally show part of in this movie. Like, don't remind me of better movies with like young people I could be watching. And I guess like, I haven't seen it, but I bet it like kind of would have reminded people of Breakfast Club, and like just other Pitch Perfect. That's actually a pretty, like, not perfect comparison because they don't sing in this, but like just sort of about like some characters in this that kind of remind me of Pitch Perfect characters. Now that I think about it, like the main character was kind of like Anna Kendrick in that movie a little bit. Like, I guess her, although in that case she was antisocial by choice, and in this case she's antisocial just because she tried to reach out to people in high school and it didn't work out. But whatever. It's just like every theme they kind of trying to explore in this movie, like trying to find your people, trying like kind of like reinventing yourself because you want to seem more likable to people. Like, these are all kind of, and like just sort of conflict, and like how bottling things up can make things explode. Like, these are all kind of themes we've seen explored in better movies. So, and they don't really do anything particularly exceptional here. None of the jokes are okay. So there were jokes I chuckled at, kind of like that was a little funny. But like, there were, to be fair, unlike Scary Movie 6 and Office Romance, there weren't any jokes. Okay, there were one or two, but there weren't. But that's like it in terms of jokes I like groaned at, like, oh my gosh, we're doing that. But like, for the most part, there weren't that many. Just when a joke could be like unfunny, I'd be like, okay, and then it would like immediately move on to the next one. It is kind of a shame because there were jokes I could see kind of working. Like, again, at the beginning, there's a scene where a character like tosses a deep fryer out a window and it lands on one of those delivery robots, and like it could have worked if they maybe that if like they'd actually smashed a deep fryer against that robot, but you could tell it was like done in post or something, because literally the deep fryer just lands perfectly intact on the robot, and the robot just sort of like has a giant hole in it. Like, it basically just makes a giant dent in the robot. Like, that is not what would happen if you threw a deep fryer out of a third story window and it landed on that robot. Like, just smash it for real. Come on, don't be lame. In terms of the acting, it's fine. Like, this Sandler's daughter, she was fine. The roommate, like, for what she was asked to do, was fine. All the other side characters are fine. Like, I guess I did like Sandler's daughter a bit better here than I did in Happy Gilmore 2. Like, I do think she could be good in things if she's just given a better script. Two characters that I did legit kind of like. like I at least liked their scenes was Nick Kroll as Sandler's daughter's dad, and who the heck was dang it? Oh yeah, there's one scene I won't say who it is because that would be kind of a spoiler, but it's Megan Thee Stallion. I won't say who she plays because that would be kind of a spoiler. And like how sad is that? The best parts of this movie are Nick Kroll and Megan Thee Stallion. But like I liked their characters. They were some of the ones getting the most chuckles out of me. They were like kind of likable with the way with their interactions with Sandler's daughter, and like Steve Buscemi's in this movie, and like even him I was like kind of whatever too. Like that's kind of sad, and I like the scenes with Nick Kroll and Megan Thee Stallion than I like the scene with Steve Buscemi. Like come on. Don't waste Steve Buscemi like that. Anything? I guess like again, similar to War of the Roses, it did pick. I guess it did pick up when things started to escalate in Act Three, and I started to started to perk up. I started to perk up a little bit at some scenes, but like again, I was like, it took me like an hour through like just sort of sitting here, a little over an hour even to like just sort of sitting here like a zombie, occasionally chuckling to get to this point. So it's kind of like, at that point, is it really worth it? Like I just don't know. Like I had a lot to say about the last two movies I watched and reviewed. This one I just don't really have much. Like just don't bother. It's not. It's like basically like watching nothing. You could watch so many other different movies about like college or growing up or anything like that. Like heck, in this movie like I said, they literally watch a scene from Clueless in this movie. Just watch Clueless. Don't bother with this. And hope, but like tech and like I guess technically like it's hard to say if this is better or worse than like Scary Movie 6 or Office Romance, because like I guess on a technical level this is better because like it didn't give me as many negative emotions watching, but like at least I had emotions watching those movies. For this movie, for the most part I was just bored, like just sitting there waiting for it to end. But still, on a technical level, I guess it's better. So yeah, I'll give it the better grade. I will give this one a better grade than those two. Congratulations, roommates! You get a D minus. I don't know. Maybe we'll see if like Sandler keeps making movies for his daughters. Maybe there'll be a better one in the future. I have heard all right things about a movie. I don't know if it's this daughter he made the movie for or a different daughter, but it's called "You Are So Not Invited to My Bar Mitzvah." I heard decent things about that. Maybe I'll give that a shot at some point. Yeah, those are my thoughts on Roommates. If you've seen it, be sure to let me know what you think down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to see more reviews like this in the future. And on that note, I will see you next time. Have a great day.